select. Alrighty. So let me alright, tell me when you want to bring up the picture.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. Welcome everybody to another Mortal Monday. This is Mortal Monday episode 8. We are now playing Mortal Kombat Deception, but before we actually start the show, we do want to do a tribute to Luke Perry. Tabmok, go away.
Yeah, what can I say? Luke Perry was somebody who was best known for his work on Beverly Hills 90210. Although personally I was never really into that show, but I know a lot of people were. I'm, of course, most familiar with him as the voice of Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. And I guess he's not necessarily everybody's favorite incarnation of Sub-Zero, but he did bring a lot to the character. He did bring a lot to the show, a lot of depth and a different side of him that we didn't always see from the games. And a lot of people also may know him as Archie's dad on Riverdale. So he gets around. He's been on a lot of things. I think he was also on an episode of Family Guy because Meg had a crush on Luke Perry. You know what it's the one I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I actually do believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was the one where I think that's the same one where Peter Griffin had to sneak around. Where he was like da na 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 na.
Yeah, I think that
to
is
get something. Yeah, he was trying to get something. He was trying to get some dirt on Luke Perry to give to Meg. Anyway, yeah, he will be missed. I just heard a couple days ago that he had a stroke, and then all of a sudden this happened. So he didn't make it. That's really sad. It must have been a major stroke, and he was only 52 years old. That's not really that old to have a stroke and die. It's pretty young if you think about it. So my heart goes out to him and his family. Thoughts and prayers.
Let's see here. There we go. But to lighten up the mood, I swear that's fucking dark subject.
Yeah, but it happens, right? Like death is just part of life. We all gotta go sometime, and at least when you're at that level, you do work that will impact millions and millions of people. Like we all gotta go sometime, but at least he became an influential person, and he left his mark on many. So at the end of the day, he found success in life, and good for him.
Absolutely. Now, today we'll be playing Mortal Kombat Deception, like I said in the beginning. We are using Parsec to play together. We're going to do a arcade run of the game, and then after that, do test your knowledge, and of course, we'll be playing Puzzle Combat. Since chess combat is definitely going to take really, really, really long. So
yeah, I don't think we'll be doing chess combat tonight, will we? No.
So yeah, we're gonna be playing that, and then next week, of course, is Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and then the one after that is Mortal Kombat versus DCU, which everybody's usually excited about. So
no, we're not going to be able to play that one online, are we?
Absolutely not.
There's no way for us to use Parsec there, huh?
Yeah, because the servers of the Game Spy servers. Oh, thank you, Salsa Shark, for the I should probably change the thing, but I haven't been able to change any of my colors for any of the things. So I'm gonna have to check Streamlabs for that, but thank you for the follow. Now the Deception was one of those games that I think everybody loved. I mean, it was jam-packed with content. I mean, you not only had an arcade mode, but you had chess combat, you had puzzle combat, you had conquest mode, you had the crypt, alternate costumes, unlockable characters. and just about everything else. So
yeah, and they built off the same engine that they had established with Deadly Alliance, and they took a lot of the criticisms into account. Like, every character has an uppercut. Like, that's just a Mortal Kombat thing. You got to do it. So they went back to that, and I really think they got it right. They didn't bring back too many of the characters who were established in Deadly Alliance. I think only 3. I think Kenshi, Bo Raicho, and I just saw it there, Li Mei. Bless you. Yeah, Bo Raicho, Li Mei, Kenshi. Those are the 3 characters from the previous game who made it into this one. And other than that, everybody's either a classic character or brand new. And Conquest mode, the idea of you start as a young boy and then you watch him grow up to become an old man, and he interacts with everybody from the Mortal Kombat universe. This was like new terrain for the Mortal Kombat games. Even though we've seen spin-offs like Special Forces and Mythologies, something about Conquest mode in particular, it was just enjoyable on its own, even apart from the fighting engine. So really well done. I think this was my favorite of the 3D era games. What about you?
Absolutely. Even though I like Deadly Alliance a whole lot, Deception was the one that I always played because I had Mortal Kombat Unchained, which was
you played on the PSP. Yeah.
So I had both the PS2 version and the PSP version, and I also had a second copy and a second PlayStation Portable because of my brother. So either I would be playing with him, or me and the neighborhood kids would link up and play the versus mode on PSP. So
oh yeah, that's awesome.
I've always had fond memories of this game, and no, we won't be doing Conquest mode. We're actually, yep, shut up, phone.
You forgot to mute your phone.
Yeah, it's the it was actually my alarm telling me that it's Mortal Monday to set it up, but we're doing it earlier tonight.
Yep.
But no, we won't be doing Conquest mode as that's gonna be a long ass experience, and I feel like that should be probably a separate stream all on its own. Probably after Mortal Kombat 11 comes out, we could probably do that, because we're thinking about doing a whole lot of other stuff that we haven't played yet. So,
but we can talk about Conquest mode at least. Like, it's fun to just discuss it.
Oh yeah,
honestly, I mean, it was great the way like I said, you start out as Shujinko, and he's a young boy, and it's implied that he grows up in Liu Kang's village, or not far from Liu Kang and Kung Lao, in that area. So they never even say Shujinko's Chinese, but you kind of figure out that he is, at least, bless you, at least the Mortal Kombat's version of Chinese, which is really kind of like a general amorphous version of Asia, because let's face it, isn't the name Shujinko Japanese for protagonist?
Yes.
And the Kami Dogu, that's Japanese for God tool. Like, if you think about it, the Japanese kamikaze pilots of World War II? That word kamikaze means God wind. So that kami, God, it's kind of like a common thing that you'll see. So they use a lot of Japanese elements. Shinto, Japanese mythology.
I'm looking up what Jared is saying. I can't remember if they did or didn't. I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah.
It did.
Oh,
but
thank you, Matthias Moya.
But you know what? I think it was like a watered down version of Conquest mode. Because I'll be honest, I've seen rips of like the text from Conquest mode. Like, somebody hacked into the PSP game and extracted it. But a lot of the stuff that I've seen in the console builds just isn't there. So I think they kind of had to shorten it a little bit.
I mean, that's to be expected. I mean, it was only a handheld.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, but it was cool because they did have like new characters that were on the PSP version that weren't in the console. Deception is one of those things that's really interesting because we got some console exclusives where GameCube came out and they threw in Goro and Shao Kahn, and then when the PSP version came out, they gave it a different name, Unchained, and I think they not only included Goro and Shao Kahn, they also threw in some more, right? Like they have Frost, Katana.
Yeah, Frost was in that one, and yeah, I think Katana too.
Yeah, and you know, plus like Goro and Shao Kahn from the GameCube. So they, you know, everybody's memories of Deception will be very different depending on which port you happen to play.
But let's see. I have the case right in front of me, so damn, and I have everything like it's brand new.
Don't forget Jax and Blaze too were in the Unchained one.
Oh, seriously, I forgot about that.
Yep, it was crazy. Wait, let me go back and read some of these chats because I know we're responding to them. Heard of the rumors that Deception was supposed to include time travel originally? That's why Monster was sent to stop Shujinko, because he was supposed to be Scorpion. I did hear that about Monster and Scorpion, but I didn't hear that about the time travel. Does that make sense? Like, I did hear there was definitely a connection between Monster and Scorpion that got scrapped. And he also says, in beta trailers, young Shujinko in Edenia. You know what? It's been a long time since I've seen those beta trailers. That would be a fun thing to go back and pull up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Let's go back to main screen. Let's see. There we go. So.
And you know what's interesting is a young Shujinko with a 10,000-year-old Katana, like that would work. Katana could be the same age no matter at what point in Shujinko's life they meet.
There we go.
No, you had it on Cobra's bio there for a second, and that's what I was talking about last week, where the bios started to be written in the first person. So in all the old games before this, it was always like, you know, Liu Kang wants to do this, or Kung Lao is fighting for that. And here, the character's like, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing the other. So, really interesting the way they change things up here.
Noobsug, Cobra, Boraicho, Nightwolf, Scorpion, Ermac, Darius. Alright.
Round one, fight!
Oh, and this game also introduced something new. Traps.
Well, death traps. Deception had the best ladders. Yeah, it's probably true. They did look really cool the way they popped out.
Round two, fight!
Do you miss being able to impale people, though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, programmer of video games just mentioned Noob Smoke was a nice addition to MK Deception. You know what? That reminds me of an MK Deception story. Noob Smoke was awesome. He was not in the E3 build of the game, so Noob Smoke was like described sometime after E3. They described how Noob Smoke would work, but we didn't get to see him. And actually, the first time I went out of the country was to go to London. There was an event called Game Stars Live, and I was covering that for Mortal Kombat Online. And I got a chance to play the MK Deception build there, where they did have Noob Smoke, and we released the first video ever seen of him. Back in 2004. Hey, nice fatality.
Thank you. Oh, she'd be so nice for a Revenant storyline.
You know, you're 100% right. It's really perfect. Really perfect the way she would be a perfect plot point right now to help everybody restore their revenants, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm. So I think I know. Yeah, four down, Y. All right.
I wonder why they. Oh, go ahead.
I think this one you can uppercut and then have them.
You know, I don't know why they took out the impale feature, programmer. At first I would say, well, maybe they just didn't want the game to be unfair, because once you get the impale there, that's it, right? But then it's like, well, no, because then they're introducing death traps. That's even worse. I wonder how it would work if they had an impale feature and a death trap feature in the same game. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, dear God. Yep. We did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I gotta say, too, that Conquest mode really gave you a chance to experience the characters in a way that you never did before with the older games. Like, when we were introduced to Ashra, her characterization in Conquest mode sort of sets the tone for who she is. In a way that the old games just had, like, the intros and the bios and some text. You know, MK4 had those FMV endings, but Conquest mode really set up their introductions in a way that none of the older games could or would.
Damn it.
Hey, there's Shinnok's amulet in the background.
Yep. I swear that trailer you showed me was pretty hilarious.
Oh yeah, let's remind our viewers what that trailer was.
The board office trailer.
Yep.
Oh, love that one. Showed a friend at work. Thought it was hilarious.
That was the one for MK Shell and Monks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
great.
board
That was
meetings, yeah.
Alright, so Jared is saying, I used to play this game a lot as a kid, but fun fact, I never owned it. When I played Conquest mode as a kid, there was a part where you eat dog soup. That scared me so much I didn't buy it. I mean, that was supposed to be funny, but, you know, it's also a thing that happens in Asian cultures, too, so, you know. They worked that into the game. Let's see, programmer of video games says, Shujinko's quest begins years before MK1 through Deception. Do you think that still happened in the new timeline? MKX retconned the Kamidogu into daggers, and Shujinko is a monk at King Temple. So I don't know how that would work. You know, I did see some comments from Kittleson saying that he imagines it in his head that the Kamidogu are still the Kamidogu, even though their essence has been absorbed into daggers. So Shujinko's quest did play out, but in his mind it played out a little differently. And they'll have to explain it. You know, they'll have to go into more detail at some point. And hopefully MK11 story mode will resolve that. But you know, Kittleson worked on the MKX comics. He's actually in charge of the MK11 story now.
Yeah, I said some stuff yesterday about that.
Well, I like Kittleson's work, but you know, the thing is, the comics and the game story were sort of developed at the same time, but not with 100% communication between the two teams. So some of the details, there were some errors. You know, let's just put it that way. There's some mistakes if you try to connect the games and the comics and put them back to back. You know, they don't fit quite 100%, but they fit like 90% there. So hopefully the team will be able to resolve some of those inconsistencies in some way. Oh, Jared's going back to the dog thing. There was a part where the owner asked Shujinko to find her dog. Finds out it got killed, so when he comes back, the owner's like, oh well, I guess it's time for some dog soup. Like, it's not a big deal. That used to be your pet. I mean, yeah, but it's like, in some cultures, they don't want to let anything go to waste, you know? where we would look at that as that's messed up, and China, they'd be like, well, hey, make the best of it, right? So Patrick Bateman and Programmer Video Games are both talking about Onaga, and you know, like, yeah, the MKX comics hint that Onaga might be able to use Goro as a vessel, but who knows if they'll pick up that plot point.
Yeah, I don't think they ever will.
I mean, hey, look, Kittleson worked on the comics, and now he's working on MK11, so he's not gonna forget. You know what I mean? That actually makes it more plausible that they could. I don't know if I really want that, though. I don't know. I like Onaga being kind of his own guy. Does he need a vessel? In Armageddon, he got to become his own character without any other vessel. I like that the best. But yeah, Goro was looking into it, man. He lost his arms and he wanted to regenerate those limbs, right? Yeah, he was thinking that any research into the Dragon King might be good for him. So I hope they put him in MK11. I hope they at least name drop him. I hope there's at least some sort of discussion about him, like, hey, the Kamidogu were back, they were used, they were activated. That was kind of the plot point for Onaga, so his return should be discussed. Somebody should be planning for Onaga's return. And hey, if Chronica is really trying to restore the old timeline, then that means Chronica would be trying to make his return happen. So, just think about that.
Oh, Harakiri! On stream. Ooh.
I love that. I thought that was just one of the best things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't believe we actually got one on stream.
Yeah, and you know, those were rumored since MK3 that there was some sort of a suicide move in the game. They actually made it happen here.
Yep, and Sindel just... Oh, this is my favorite stage, too. Sorry, Raicho, but you're going into the pit.
Do it. Smash him up. Nope, nope, he got you. Okay, well, next time it's your turn.
Oh my goodness. Oh god.
Goro is also dead in the comics? No? No, Patrick.
He just got his arms cut off and that's it. I mean,
exactly. He's losing 2 of his arms.
I mean, in the whatchamajigger, yeah, he's dead in the Gora's lair, but damn it. Oh yeah, Jared, if that happens, I'm not buying Mortal Kombat 12.
What? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go back to Mortal Kombat 9 again. And I've been waiting for 3D era since Mortal Kombat 9. Oh god. Do you prefer the original design of the Kamidogu or the new design?
You know what's interesting is that new design was only in the comics. Because if you look in the game, like at MKX in the background, in the Ginseng Chamber background, they show you the Kamidogu in their original form from MK Deception. And it's also same thing in the crypt. So, I would say that Deception introduced the Kamidogu. I definitely prefer that story. But, you know, also nice to have MKX Comics take on it. It was a different take on it. Nothing wrong with that. But I do prefer the Deception one. What about you?
I prefer the original designs. I don't know about the whole dagger thing.
Yeah.
So
Rachel wins. Round 2. Fight!
Yeah, the comics did mention the Kamidogu daggers being related to the One Being. But in fact, MK Deception mentions that the Kamidogu were related to the One Being. So, if you recall that the Kamidogu were designed by the Elder Gods to destroy the One Being. So, the way the comics explains it, that the Kamidogu daggers have tasted the blood of the One Being. It's basically just restating the MK Deception plot point.
oh, you bitch. Yep, you won.
Rachel
God damn it.
wins. Sub-Zero. Fight! Sub-Zero wins.
You got him. You know his fatality too?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Can't wait.
Yeah, forward, back down, forward, Y.
Patrick Bateman says, I am maybe the only one to think that, but I think the leak was a good thing. I don't know about
I've discussed it on the Mortal Kombat stream yesterday. It has, for me, it's some for me to look forward to. I mean, I'm not gonna say any of the characters that got leaked because there's still people that want to be away from all leaks.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna say any of the characters, but you know what?
Yeah, we should probably not discuss them in the chat either.
Oh god,
Careful. There's a death trap.
I know.
Oh, you got lucky. Here, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Ah! Come on, freeze him! Do something!
I can't.
Ah!
I don't know if some of these buttons are messed up because I've been trying to do the freeze and the cold shoulder and they just will not work. So let me try again. See if I'm doing something wrong here. Um, but yeah, my feelings on the Mortal Kombat leaks is that I don't feel that, like, yes, it does give me some to look forward to, but at the same time, there are people like have jobs of trying to hype this stuff up for us. You know, they have set schedules.
They want to roll it out in a certain way, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God, you are.
You know, I'm trying to share a link in the YouTube chat, and it's not letting me. Okay, got it. Okay, so this is what happened. Programmer of video games says, I always wondered how Bo' Rai Cho felt when Shujinko never returned his medallion after all these years. And then I found a website that is selling the Bo' Rai Cho Warrior Medallion. Like, you can actually get one, which is pretty cool. Jared the dog is saying how you grew up with MK Unchained on the PSP. He grew up with Ultimate MK3 on the DS. And what's funny is, well, that's a good port. That's a very good port. But what's funny is you both got access to puzzle combat.
That's true.
You know what I love doing with as Sub-Zero here and with the Death Trap stage?
Freezing him.
Freezing him and then walking around him in 3D and pushing him into a death trap. Like, it's so unfair.
Damn it, man. You and your fucking...
Alright, you got him. Nope, no you don't. Patrick Bateman says, I remember the old times when we buy the games and don't really know what's in it. I prefer to know what I buy. Well, I mean, I think this is different. I think that, you know, by the time April rolls around, we'll know a lot, but I don't think we necessarily need to know in February, you know, everything, when the leaks started coming out. I think that there is a time to roll out and sort of let those characters all have their moment to shine. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, the only thing that I can agree with that on is DLC. I do want to know what DLC is before the game comes out. For the mere fact that I will be spending extra money on characters for...
Yeah, I mean, I know where you're coming from, but then I also am wondering, like, well, should they already have the DLC planned before the game's even out yet? Like,
how it usually works is they work on the game, and that's one of the first things that's worked on is the roster. Anybody that basically doesn't make the cut, because I think what the deal with fighting games is that you can only have a certain amount of like fighters, so they have to cut some people out. So whoever is not absolutely needed gets made into DLC.
I also feel like they want the DLC characters to be super popular as well.
Oh yeah, no.
Like they want to make money off it. They don't want to make it. They don't want to make it like Striker, you know. But they can't have it be somebody like Scorpion either. Like, Scorpion has to be a mainstay, so they have to kind of find that right balance.
There we go.
Got him. Eliseo John Davila Jr. says, hey, Tabmok 99, can you do an origin video on Onaga? Or Nightwolf? Or both? Maybe. Maybe I could.
There we go. Another ship. So.
Shujinko should have said no to Damashi's quest. He wasted his entire life on a lie. Oh man. Could you imagine if Chronica went back in time and messed Shujinko up and had him say no to Damashi's quest? Nate Lore, Mrs. Stryker. Whoops. No offense to Stryker fans out there. Patrick Bateman says MKX DLC was not that good.
I mean, liked it.
I think everybody was really excited about Tremor and Boraicho. I think the guests rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but yet they must have made millions off of them. I think people did get upset where there was like 4 guests though, right?
Yeah, that's a main complaint of NetherRealm games, is that they put too many guests in there. But Alien vs.
like,
Predator is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Alien, Predator, Jason, and Leatherhead. People got mad. Like, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Well, they were
yeah.
character too.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah, and Injustice, they could have easily squeezed someone like Leatherhead in. That's one of the problems that programmer says he had with Shujinko's character. The entire game, he did what anyone tells him without questioning it. Yes, Damashi, I will do as you ask. Jared is talking about Combat Pack 2. Says that if we get one, he has a suspicion there will be more 3D era characters in it than we expect.
God, I really hope so, because I want more 3D era characters.
Dude, the fan community is clamoring for that. Everybody is wanting the 3D era characters to make a return. Like, even Su Hao, who, you know, kind of used to be the butt of the joke of the MK community.
Su Hao can be made into a great character. They just need to redesign him and then also give him a better story.
I'm surprised how many people are coming out of the woodworks to show their support for Su Hao.
Any character can be any character in Mortal Kombat can be saved, even Darius and Mocap even. They just need to have a good story.
Well, you know, I agree with you on that, and I think Warner Brothers knows that about their characters. Like, don't shy away from characters that people thought were lame. Try and make them cool, you know? Like, that was sort of the whole point, like, on Smallville, by taking characters like the Green Arrow. Like, nobody cared about the Green Arrow. But then they made him a character on Smallville. Then later on, they made it their own Green Arrow show. And, like, Arrow is, like, awesome now. Everybody loves him. You know, and Marvel does stuff like that with, like, characters like Ant-Man and the Wasp. They just have fun with it, make them cool. So absolutely, someone like Su Hao, if they can make Ant-Man a fun, awesome movie like that, they could definitely take someone like Su Hao and make him cool. Liu Kang was a moron in Jason's ending. Yep. Well, he's a revenant. Can't blame him. Aaron Black is better than Stryker. I agree. You think they'll ever make MK Shaolin Monks 2 with Scorpion and Sub-Zero? Like that Fire and Ice game that they got canceled? Kind of hope so. What do you think?
I mean, that's what we'll be playing next week.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really excited about that.
About Shaolin Monks, yes. I would love them to go back to Fire and Ice. Nate Lore says, do you want Tremor to be developed in future media?
Yes. Yes, I absolutely do.
You know, this is funny because Noob Saibot just kind of tagged out, and because of the background that you're on, the falling cliffs, it looked like he just kind of was hovering in midair. Kind of like when Wile E. Coyote...
Hold up. That... That almost
see what
looks
I'm
like the
saying?
Shredder's symbol
Kinda.
for Ninja Turtles, like the 2003.
2003. Yeah.
And then Sub-Zero over here looking like he is Shredder.
I know. Crazy. The Ninja Turtles references just don't stop. Alicio John Davila Jr. says, "Cool, man. I loved your Shao Kahn origin video." Hey, thanks, buddy.
No.
Yeah, you fell. Don't worry, you'll be
Right in
fine
the
for round
groin.
2. Oh no, that was round 2. Whoops. I lowered my expectations so much with MK11. I don't know why. I thought it was great. My only wish was for Fujin to be in MK11, and he's not in as of now. Maybe DLC. Yeah, I really hope so.
I don't think if he's not DLC, he'll never make it in another Realm game. Fujin's one of those characters that also has potential.
Yeah, Fujin's
New timeline.
and he's got a lot of fan favorites already. You know.
I can't believe after the backlash of Mortal Kombat X, they even put him in. I mean, there's at least 4 people that are very questionable on my book. With the roster, which I won't. Yeah.
Grumpy PG says, "Sup, bro? What's up?" He also says, "This is the dude you were playing Apex with last night." I think that's to you. Do you know what that is? Apex?
This is the dude. Yeah. Yeah, Apex Legends. It's a battle royale game. Come on, you son of a bitch. Dude, I might get my ass kicked.
Alicia says, "What's your thoughts on the new MK movie directed by Russo?" I'll have thoughts on it when there's something a little bit more concrete. As of right now, it's just a lot of
Back and forth.
like what he wants to do a movie, but Warner Brothers I don't think has hired him yet, so there's nothing really necessarily happening. He says he was going to have a meeting with them. I think it's like he's trying to get the job, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm always excited about a new MK movie. I'm just not going to get my hopes up at this time. Wait a minute. Russo was also not necessarily the director. He was the writer. James Wan was the director. James Wan is more established in Hollywood, so that's a name that I think if there's anything going to happen with the MK3 movie, I want him involved. Let's see. Matthias Moya says, after Shinnok was captured and Raiden asked for help, the Elder God summoned the Kamidogu. I don't know about that, did they? So my idea is that Shujinko freaked out when they disappear, and then he realized the deception. Huh, yeah, that could work. Programmer of video games is saying, remember Quan Chi's ending in Armageddon? It's non-canon, but I always found the idea of Quan Chi becoming Shinnok's amulet in a time loop a well-deserved punishment for Quan Chi. Yeah, it would be. I like it. I like how they kind of took that idea and made Shinnok actually trapped in the amulet for MKX. Like MKX was the first time they really revealed that you can be trapped inside the amulet, and they took that and they ran with it. So I was happy about that. And yeah, I did notice that the inspiration was sort of from Quan Chi's Armageddon ending. Patrick Bateman says, "Oh yeah, Tabmok 99, great work. Thank you, buddy." Jared says,
No! Mother.
hey, you know what? Try mixing it up, because if you switch to a new character, the AI will usually go a little easier on you. Yeah, like if you hit Scorpion next time, maybe. Jared says, even though MK11's base roster is a little iffy, it's already better than MKX's base roster. I mean, I'm really excited to see, like, Baraka. I like what they're doing with Sonya this time around. I think a lot of the characters who are in the roster, like, that are the same as MKX, like Raiden and Scorpion, they're all really exciting. And, you know, the backgrounds, like, the backgrounds seem much better than MKX, and I think even the music does too. Like there's
the
a lot of
music's
those.
definitely way better. I think that saying anything is better than Mortal Kombat X is. I mean, not really anything, because just Mortal Kombat X just. Mother! Why? Of course, why? Why? Why does it have to be there?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to my
Dude, if you're gonna fight them on the falling cliffs, all you should do is like freeze them and just let them stay in the corner, because eventually the ground will fall underneath them.
I know, it just they usually unfreeze.
I know. The timing, it's kind of a little bit of luck. But yeah, I do think that MK11's roster, I'm really excited about it so far, and I've been trying to avoid the leaks, and I'm trying not to look. Sometimes that stuff just shows up in your timeline and you can't help it. But I think they're doing great. Nate Lore, will you make a video about all the canceled MK games? Yeah, I thought about it. I've definitely thought about it. It's probably too much to go into for one video. I might have to take them one at a time. I don't know.
New series, possibly?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I really started doing some research. Like, I actually bought an Atari Jaguar to talk about one of the canceled games that was out on that Dan Pacina was in. Like, I have a working version of it, like a prototype. It's crazy. Project Shadow says, are you going to get the collector's edition of MK11? I think it's too overpriced. What do you think?
I already did, but I didn't pay like $300 in full. I did.
But
like,
you will.
Yeah.
You will over the long run. Yeah. Some people will just do it all at once, get it over with. You know. Some people will just pay it in installments. Either way.
I'm paying $40 in a span of like since they announced it, so like I've had enough time to definitely pay it all off. And I already had the full money down for Mortal Kombat 11 once they said that it was up and running for for the
well, you do get a lot of cool stuff with the collector's edition, you know.
Yeah,
like that Scorpion bust.
I am a huge Scorpion fan, so like I have actually I just got this in, but I got the Mortal Kombat 9 bookends in the mail the other day, so I just got those. Which those of course hold all my steel books. I got the Mortal Kombat X EU Scorpion statue, the gold Scorpion statue. With the gold card, of course, a Mortal Kombat X steelbook from the European collector's edition, and then one more, which is Mortal Kombat Special Edition.
God, man, you're really going all out here.
I'm getting a lot of steelbooks, and I mean, it's not just Mortal Kombat that I'm going all out on, even though that's probably most of the shit I have. Today, I just got the Resident Evil Pix and Love collector's edition, which comes with a history book, lithograms, a PC copy of Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil 2, and I had to import it in from France, I believe, actually.
Man, look at this. Well, I do have the French version of this game, where it's not called Mortal Kombat Deception. It's called Mortal Kombat Mystification.
Yeah, because Deception is means something else in French.
Yeah, it means disappointment.
Yeah.
Brandon Muse says this is the best 3D Mortal Kombat. Probably is.
It is.
Programmer. Yeah, I mean, we were just saying in the beginning, this is like our favorite of the 3D era.
Even though I suck at it.
Programmer of Video Games says, I also believe Sector's Armageddon ending was inspiration for Triborg. Yeah, but also even Sector's appearance in Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition for Game Boy Advance sort of set all that stuff up. You know, the Takunin. That was actually in there since before Deception. It was in there from MK Tournament Edition on Game Boy. Jared says, still extremely happy that Baraka is back. One of my all-time favorites. Yes! And also that thing with the flag, where if you leave it planted for like 10, 15 seconds, then random Tarkatans will attack you. That's awesome. Patrick Bateman says, I hope Frost change and don't use ice. No, I disagree. I think Frost is who she... Look at this double KO. I love it. And they gave the win to Noob Smoke. That's... You both fell. You both fell. Why? Why?
I hate this so much.
No, that's absurd. That is absurd. And even if one of them fell, I guess the other one's still around. I don't know. That's crazy.
But no, I think Frost will be a much more rush down character. If they're keeping her personality the same, I feel like she's gonna definitely be a more angry character.
Yeah, I think they could have rolled Frost out a little bit better in MKX. I think they should have introduced her like one of the combat kids, you know? Like, yeah. You've got Cassie, you got Jackie, you got Kung Jin, you got Takeda, and you got Frost. Like, that just would have legitimized the combat kids so much more. You know, because they're like the new generation, they're the protege.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2. Fight.
Alicio is saying, oh yeah, Russo would be writing for it. I feel like a noob. Nah, it's alright. I just heard a little bit about it. Hopefully it works. Film could be definitely one of the best MK films yet. Yeah, despite the original. Yeah, the original is great. It's hard to top that. Patrick Bateman says, it's hard not to do better than the two movies. Well, Patrick, I'll agree with you about the second one. The original is my childhood and has sentimental value. The original is a classic. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, agree. Nate Lore. Did someone want a new MK versus DC? Not obligatory a new game. Yeah, either that or MK versus Injustice. What do you think?
What was that?
He was asking about, do you want like a sequel to Mortal Kombat versus DC?
If they're gonna put two Mortal Kombat characters in Injustice, other than comic book characters, then yes. I'd rather them just do Mortal Kombat versus. Damn. All right.
I mean, Sub-Zero did say that their realms' shattered timelines are converging, so that leaves some wiggle room to do some cool stuff. Like, they remember Dark Khan over there. Like, that's crazy. Thick Grimes says, Striker for MK11, fight mate.
Actually, I wouldn't be. I mean, after looking at the leak,
they did make Striker cool in MK9. I will say that.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. After looking at the leak, I think this is too many gun people.
Oh.
I'll just leave it at that.
You know what? If they're gonna put him in and they already have so many gun people, they might as well, right? Because it's like he'd fit right in with the special forces thing.
I don't want any more special forces than what we already have right now.
Sonya's got a whole team of people, though. Why not make one of them Striker? Even if he's just an NPC.
Mortal Kombat X was definitely a special forces game. That there was no doubt about it. And if you weren't a part of the special forces, you were affiliated with them, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Programmer of video games is saying, you mean to tell me that if both characters, Noob Smoke still wins? I don't know. That might have been because Noob Smoke had more energy at the time of the double death trap. I'd have to go back and test it a little more. Patrick says Frost should use a crystal, a little bit like a variation of Kodal in MKX. She's a cryomancer, man. You gotta... They can't change her that much. Can they? I don't think so. Luis Morales says, "Hi guys, thoughts on the new upcoming MK movie?" I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. They've been talking about an MK3 movie since, I don't know, since the 90s. Like, I'm not really spending my time and energy thinking about the potential for a third movie. If it happens, you know, great. I'll be excited about it when it happens. But until then, I'm just gonna concentrate on the games, you know, because those are real. Those we know are happening. I'm not gonna get my hopes up for some pie in the sky. Maybe there's a third movie or a reboot or whatever. Nate Lore says, "I'm Canadian, but my primary language is French, and I can help you with the, I guess that's translation of MK Deception." Thank you. Appreciate that, Nate. Alicia, whoops, I just lost it.
Do you have any of the toy lines in Mortal Kombat, especially the Storm collectibles? That one of those figurines will be in the Mortal Monday prize box.
Good.
I could say that right now. That one of the Storm figurines will be a part of that.
You know, I used to have all the Hasbro figures back in the 90s, and I found out later the reason why they all looked so off was because they were just G.I. Joe figures that were repurposed because they couldn't sell G.I. Joe anymore. And man, what a ripoff. All the other figures that have come out ever since then, especially the ones by Storm, have all been amazing. But at the time in the 90s, I got Hasbro because that's what there was. And then later there were more, you know, there was like Infinite Concepts and Palisades, Jazzwares. You know, a lot of companies have come and made their own figurines, but I started with Hasbro. You'll get him eventually. I know. Just keep playing. You'll get him, even if it doesn't happen immediately. Patrick says same, but I think the movie is epic, but more for having fun, not a good movie. I think the first one actually is a good movie.
No, the first one, I hailed the first one. Mother.
It is the best video game movie of all time.
Yes, yes.
Programmer of video game says, "I remember some fans used to think the One Being and Onaga were the same person because of Onaga's deleted ending." Yeah, I think they misinterpreted that ending, though. I mean, the One Being was manipulating people like Shao Kahn and Onaga. He's not the same as them. Nate Lore, I wasn't talking about a sequel, but instead a reboot. The new film was confirmed to be a reboot. Yeah, see, you're using the word confirmed. Like, I don't even think the new film is confirmed to be happening. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, until someone, I don't know, until there's like a poster or a trailer, you know, or casting has been nailed down, like, until then, all I know is that somebody wrote a script, but Warner Brothers didn't commission him to write a script. So he basically wrote it for fun, and he's trying to get hired to do it, and he wants to make it, but you know, that's nothing to get your hopes up about. It's basically like someone wrote a fan fiction. That's where we're at with the MK3 movie, unfortunately. Until James Wan comes out and says he's gonna work with the guy, you know, or he's gonna work with either that guy's script or another one, I wouldn't get my hopes up about it just yet. I think it's a little premature. But Alicia says, but with today's CGI, no doubt this new film could be freaking dope. Yes, that's right.
God damn it.
That's right. And if you watch, what's that movie called? Ready Player One? Mm-hmm. There's a scene there where Goro makes a cameo. Holy cow, you can see how much better they can do with today's special effects than they could in the 90s. God, Goro just looks amazing.
No, I meant to sidestep.
And if they do an MK3 movie, you know, it'll be even more advanced than what Ready Player One had. Like, the possibilities just boggle your mind. Yeah, it could be. I agree with you that today's CGI, it could be amazing. Hopefully this story's good and they include community favorites. Exactly. If they make a movie, bring back Robin Shou as Liu Kang. Yeah, they might do that. They might not. They did bring back Kerry Tagawa as Shang Tsung for MK Legacy, which that was a surprise. A welcome one, to be sure.
That dude loves being Shang Tsung.
Plankicorn says, I used to read the MK comics on the Combat Pavilion every day years ago. Are there still new comics? You know, unfortunately, buddy, I haven't really been making any comics. I haven't really been keeping up with other people's comics. I've kind of done just basically pivoting to video. Christopher Lambert is Raiden. Sorry. The Combat Pack. Mocap, good. Momo, Emo Peter, Sans, Fortnite guy. You've ruined it. You ruined it. I wouldn't mind seeing Mocap, even if he's just an NPC for story mode. I think he actually makes.
If he was the dude for Johnny Cage's stunt double.
I never understood why Mocap got so much hate because yeah, he is basically Johnny Cage's stunt double. You're right. Like this, he does special effects with Johnny Cage in his movies. I could understand why Sue Hao got the hate. I never understood why Mocap got hate. He's a martial arts expert, you know, to do stunt double work in movies. Like, they motion capture him doing martial arts moves. Like, come on. You can beat him. You can beat him.
Oh my god, no, I'm not.
You still can.
Oh
yes, I knew it. Good job. Good job, buddy.
Oh. I was about to say, Sinister actually had a question for me.
Oops, I lost it. I didn't read it in
He
time.
said, how'd you meet Ed Boon?
Oh. Oh, yes, that is definitely a good story. Well, if he asks it again, I'll tell him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okay. Okay. I guess it was in 2002. I was brought on to do work for MK5.org, which now we all know is MortalKombatOnline.com. But back then it was MK5.org. I was brought on board to go to E3 and to cover the game. My first game that I covered was the one that we talked about. Okay. Wait, don't let the countdown run out. Don't let your timer run out. Dude, no! What are you doing? No, you're gonna run out! Oh. Oh, dude, no. Oh, he's gonna be so mad when he comes back. He's gonna be so mad. So yeah, I was covering the game for MK5.org. It's like we talked about last week on this show. I was brought on to cover Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for E3. And Ed Boon was there. And I got to interview him. And, you know, ever since then, whenever I go to events like E3, Midway Gamers Day, the MK11 reveal, you know, wherever, Shang Tsung's Fight Night, yeah, Ed was just there. That was the last time I met up with Ed. Yeah, he's usually at the same events that I'm going to. Patrick says the dong when you almost die, miss me. They should bring that back. Yeah. Yeah, like that little sound effect to indicate that you're in danger.
Oh. Shit. Well. I forgot to,
I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you. You left too quick.
Dude, I had to be so fucking bad. I'm just...
Let's play 2-player.
Okay, yeah.
Or we can do the trivia first.
Alright, let's leave it up to Chad. Do you want to see us play Puzzle Combat first, or do you want us to go straight to test your knowledge?
Yeah, now test your knowledge, guys. For some of you, this is your first chat, you'll actually have a chance to answer trivia question. And if you're here every week, then there's going to be a big prize for the winner. Like a prize package, I should say.
By the way, Jared, just Buscemi's eyes. Just Buscemi's eyes. Doesn't need to be anything else, just Buscemi's eyes.
There you go.
I swear, that Alex Jones and Joe Rogan podcast is actually really some good to watch. That's That was a good 4 hours, and I mean, especially listen to it at work. Let's see. I think test your knowledge.
Yeah, let's do test your knowledge.
So let me mute the the game audio. Holy shit! Damn it! All right. Now let me post There we go. All right. So please refresh your page if you are participating in the test your knowledge. For the mere fact that we want everybody to be kind of live, so we can have the entire thing.
So basically, we're gonna ask a question, and then the first person in the chat to have the right answer is gonna get the point, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're in the chat, bless you. If you're in the chat, you want to listen carefully, because we're also gonna have the question show up on screen so you can read it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me know when you want to do question 1.
Alrighty, just give it, I want to say, maybe 10 more seconds.
Okay.
Just to get everybody caught up. Alrighty, question 1.
Okay. What was the first ality that was rumored? You know, the first game had fatalities, and the second game introduced babalities and friendships. But then there were rumors about another one.
Oh shit.
Jared got it.
Uh-huh. Jared, buddy, you are up by 5 points. Put the answer on the board. Let's see. Oh, yeah. By the way, Jared, you have 5. Programmer, you have 6. Lone Wolf has 5. And then everyone that has a 1 is Spencer, Quentin, Anto, Omega, MJ, and Mariano Fidel. Alrighty. Let's see here.
Yeah, you really got to be fast here, guys, because so many people chimed in with the right answer. But just a little bit after Jared.
Alright, I'm ready for question 2.
Okay, let's do it. What character was stuck in the desert?
And to preface, Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah, well, right. Oh yeah, there will be 3 questions total.
Oh my god. Jared, chill.
Yeah, Jared's a fast one.
Let's see here. Actually,
Okay, the misspellings of Cyrax's name get hilarious. If you look down.
Actually, Jared and Programmer are actually tied.
Yeah, they're both at 6 now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a bad connection, it sucks. There's not a whole lot we can do on our end to fix it for you either. Sorry about that, guys.
We have one more question, and this will be a tricky one. So, Jared, I don't know if you, you know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Alrighty. Board is cleared, and I'm ready for the 3rd question.
Here it is. What province of China was Liu Kang born in? Yeah, a lot of people think Hong Kong. Interesting. No, it's not Hong Kong. Mid-East. No, there's like a specific province of China that's named as his birthplace.
Wait a minute. Did Alicia get it?
No. No, he's kind of close. I mean, I guess my hint is that Alicio's kind of close. That's my hint. Closest so far.
No, that's New York.
Focus. Mariano, we're in the middle of a trivia question, buddy. You did not arrive too late. I haven't seen anybody get it yet, which is interesting.
No, who was it? Alessio?
Is it the same as Kung Lao and Shujinko? Probably. I mean, technically, Kung Lao could have been born 500 miles away and then later traveled there. Who knows? We don't really know too much about... Oh, yep. Flanky Corn got it. Flanky Corn got it. It is Hunan. It is Hunan.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Oh no, wait, it's Honan. What am I talking about? He was still a letter off. Darn it. Just give it to him. He's okay. He's fine.
Let's see. Blank. One point. Actually.
Wait, who do we give it to now? Alicio or Plankycorn? Or do we want to just give it both? Well, you just want to make them both point. Yeah, let's be fair. Let's be fair.
Puts more people on the board.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, they're both off by one letter. Because you know the Honan province is a fictional province. The real, they're going by the real one over there. John Tobias changed it up for MK1. Patrick Bateman says this one was hard. That's what she said.
There we go. Let me go back to here.
Hmm.
Fight.
Oh yeah, hey, we can do 2-player now. Do you want to do puzzle combat or versus mode?
I think puzzle combat
Okay, let's do it.
teases our brain a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm. Oh shoot, I don't know. I don't have a way to press the start.
Yeah, you don't have a start button.
Can you configure a start button
Yep.
for me? And
yeah.
just start me in, and then you can just start me in when you're ready.
Okay, yeah. Pad 2. Start.
Do you prefer Raiden or Darkwood Raiden? Really? Darkwood Raiden? This autocorrect.
Why is the music so loud?
I don't know. I guess there's a time for both, you know?
Okay.
We do.
We're good.
Thank you. We do need both versions of Raiden at some point, I think.
Scorpion.
Ooh, mirror match.
Alright, let's see what the mirror match Scorpion looks like. Yeah, that is funny, that Darkwood.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh,
Scorpion wins.
Did you win? I just...
Fight.
Yeah, now my thing updated. Okay, great. Uh-huh. I see.
ooh.
Scorpion.
Okay, well now I know how it feels to be in the chat when you lose because of lag.
Wait, what? Wait, is there seriously lag on here?
Dude, I was lagged. My thing froze for like 30 seconds, and then my columns just kind of, when I came back, the columns just stacked right up. It's like,
That's weird.
sucks. Yeah, it's alright. It's, you know, what are you gonna do? Are you wired in, or are you using Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. And like the I'm trying to get to wired by.
Okay, no problem. I'm using wired right now, but there's no guarantee that would even fix it.
Round 1. Fight.
Lag happens. What can you do?
And this is Parsec. I think they're on a different server than us.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, 21. Uh-oh. Oh god, you actually might beat me.
I'm kind of hoping I do.
Oh. Yep.
Nightwolf wins.
There we go.
Fight.
Alright.
I've already got a fully charged super meter too.
I don't even know how to use one of those. Bait the,
Nightwolf's is useless. I should not have been him.
What was his do?
I just used his last time. I didn't even see a difference. Breaker Buster. Useless.
Oh, I think it takes out the, there's little, the dragon.
Oh, yeah. It is kind of messed up, isn't it? You froze my pieces. I can't use them now. Until they thaw. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of OP, though.
Oh, temporarily. It's fitting.
What if both characters lost? I'm not sure. I have to actually look that up.
Oh, you're screwed.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So what you do is break my things.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
actually is pretty. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty. Oh fuck. Yep.
Dude, my next piece was a bomb. You're gonna be dead either way. You know, we should try to figure out if there's a way we can make it a tie. You know what? I have an idea. Let's just let the game play by itself and see what happens. Let's just not press anything.
Alrighty.
Sub-Zero.
Hand is off.
Round one. Fight.
All right, we want to find out what happens when both characters lose. It's should be interesting, huh?
Third finishing.
You know, in some games, there's like frame advantage, and it'll default to one character winning over the other. But I don't know if that will hold up with this.
What?
We're just gonna lose? It's just gonna boot us out.
What?
Yeah, I think. Cool.
So it can't handle it.
I mean, that's one way of putting it. But what if that was only when we lose for round? That's what happens if we do that in round one. Yeah. What if one of us wins round one and then we do that to round two? You think the same thing would happen?
Possibly.
Well, let's actually play round one and then let's just throw away round two and see what happens.
That's weird. Nice thinking there, programmer.
Fight.
Right?
So just play the first round normally. You're about to get a lot of them.
Right back at you, buddy.
Oh man, you better hope I don't get a green.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be bad, isn't it?
Yes, very bad.
I got my Buster Breaker, but too late.
Lucky. Oh shit! I fucked myself.
All right, let's let it
Okay,
tie.
yeah,
Let's not
just
touch
let it-
anything.
Yeah, just let it. I can't believe that. I fucked myself. Damn you.
So next time someone tells you to go fuck yourself, you can say, "Well, I already did on live stream."
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So,
It
yeah,
puts you
it
back to
just
the
can't
main menu.
handle it.
Mm-mm. No way.
That's weird.
Right?
Nate.
Who wants Doom Slayer, Doom 2016 to Doom Eternal as a guest star in Mortal Kombat 11? Yeah,
Oh man. Yes.
I do.
Absolutely.
Can you start me in?
Oh shit! No. Yeah, once this goes out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
I don't know what he does.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun of the game, is to figure out what their specials are.
But Nate, when I did my live stream, which I mean everybody else can watch it. I'll post a link at the end. But I've been one Doomslayer in a Mortal Kombat game since I was like a little kid.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat and Doom just fit so well.
Well, yeah,
Even people who normally don't want guests are all excited about two people, either the Doom guy or Spawn. Even everybody who's been complaining about all the guests would be like making an exception for these guys, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say? You have to think about. You were talking about Doom.
Oh, I was about to say, you have to think, like, these are, like, 90s icons. Like,
Yep.
you know, butt of the controversy, so...
Exactly. At the height of it, right?
Yeah.
Right before the ESRB and the game rating system and the congressional hearings, like, this is what it was all about. Doom and Mortal Kombat were, like, right at the forefront of all that.
There we go. Oh, buddy.
Oh, wow. Did we even find out what your super did?
Mm-mm.
Did you just send a bunch of bricks to me?
No. I had a green one. And it all culminated into just, like, a clusterfuck. The music in this is really good, though.
Someone says I think Spawn is 80% confirmed. I think that's right because Todd McFarlane confirmed it. And but then people told me he's a troll. But then his toy company is doing the Mortal Kombat 11 toys. So what does that tell you?
if he's not in this game, he won't be in another game. Oh god.
I'm just gonna call it now. I think he is in it.
If he is in it, I mean, I'll be somewhat surprised. Not because that he's in it, but because he actually made it in.
What a distinction.
Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. But I did mean that to happen.
Levitates.
Oh,
Oh,
so that's
cool.
what that does.
Cool.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I'm done. Let me go back and read some comments
Yeah,
here.
we are backlogged with
Yeah,
comments.
I had to be wrapped. Well, that really you have to pay attention. Onaga should possess Shao Kahn. Revenge. Yeah, make Shao Kahn hit himself. Hey, Shao Kahn, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Which MK game, Jared asks, which MK game brings you so much nostalgic flashbacks? For me, it might be MK9 or the entirety of the 3D era. Everything from MK1 up to MK versus DC, probably. It's not confirmed if the Doom guy and Doomslayer are the same person or not. That's true. not.
Actually, I think in lore, there's a difference. The Doomslayer is... I mean, Doom guy was just the soldier that disobeyed his commanding officer, and he got sent to Mars. The Doomslayer is actually like a knight of everything. God damn, Sidel, your hair is huge. I can't fucking see. But
Now in the Doom books, the guy's name was Flynn Taggart.
no wonder why I would be pissed at the world if I had a name like that. Oh god, no.
Oh, you're done.
No, mother.
There was no way, man. You were already so high up the screen, and I sent you like so many blocks.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I agree. You can't see what's going on. Sindel's hair blocks your view. It obscures your ability to see the blocks. It's not fun. We never even got to see what her special was. Nice. Alright, let me look at some of this. Doom Guy is the descendant of B.J. Blazkowicz, Wolfenstein series, and that is confirmed.
that is confirmed. I know about
That's
that one.
That's pretty awesome. Here's a theory. The one being is actually the good guy, and the reason he tried to destroy the other gods is because they were planning on overthrowing him. I mean, yeah, all he wants to do is exist, right? Not his fault. Patrick Bateman says he made a prediction that Spawn will have a little part in the story. You never know. Project Shadow asked, which one of the Kami Dogo is your favorite? Probably the Netherrealm Kami Dogo, because I actually have that one in my possession. Let's see here. Shredder is perfect. I mean, 1987 Shredder is definitely perfect.
See, I've always been a 2003 Shredder.
I like the Shredder and Krang from the old cartoon because they used to bicker like an old Mary's couple.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, you know, like, how come whenever they mess up, they're always my stupid mutants? You know, Uncle Phil did great as the voice of Shredder.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah. You know, tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
Holy shit. Alright.
Hey, do you know who's the one-man army?
The who?
One-man army?
No.
Me neither, but Nate Laura was asking us that.
Hold up, sorry. The, chat, they keep on fucking censoring everything in chat, and I don't know why.
Here, I'll fix it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, he was just talking about Spawn's cape. I don't... YouTube, you need to fix your shit.
Like the Incredibles. No capes!
Damn it. I need to get a tighter restrictor on this fight stick. I probably need to have it done before Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
'Cause that's really gonna fuck me up.
It's coming up, man.
I know. Damn it.
Well, I'd definitely say you got the better special that time.
Yellow.
Bird.
Oh, yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
Scorpion wins.
Tabmok 99. Do you like Huey Lewis and the News? Okay, I don't know One Man Army. I don't know Huey Lewis and the News.
Huey Lewis, I believe, is the dude that sings Power of Love. If I'm not mistaken.
At first, I thought we were talking about DuckTales. I thought we were talking about Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So...
I know I've heard of Huey Lewis before. Huey... Yeah, he is the dude that sings Power of Love on Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I actually have a DeLorean just because of how much I like that movie.
I've been thinking about getting one for the longest time, but that thing is a gas guzzler, so
Yeah.
nah.
I was just kidding. I can't really back that up. I always wanted one. I don't actually have one. Really gave it a lot of thought, though. To the point where if you go to DeLorean.com, you can, like, find dealers in your area. Like, I was really thinking about it hardcore.
Yeah, No! Son of a bitch. Hopefully there's a blue. God, I really hope there's a blue one.
Well, in that case, I hope there isn't.
Oh, dear God. Why do I just keep on getting yellows? Please help me out. Green. Alright. Edger. Why do you just keep on giving me shit I don't need?
Oh, you lucky son of a...
Oh no, that's not the one that I wanted. Swear if I just got a blue one.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. Most of it's blue anyways. Ugh, come on, man.
Alright, I would like to see guys from Berserk or a very savage Wolverine. I don't think they're going to be an MK11. I used to play this game like crazy back in 2004. Me too. I said with today's CGI, Spawn's cape would look dope. ASF, I know what that means.
They are working on a Spawn move by it because I don't think we've heard anything about
If you watch Spawn, there's apparently a scene in there where they're watching Mortal Kombat or playing Mortal Kombat or something. If you watch the old Spawn movie very closely, there is a Mortal Kombat scene. Nate Lure says, I have French origins, not Polish. Okay. Have you ever watched American Psycho? Yeah, that's a good question. Have you ever watched American Psycho?
them meaning to for the past 3 years.
All right. Well, maybe you should make that your mission tomorrow.
I
Or-
can't find a
or-
copy anywhere.
Oh, come on. It's not that hard to find. Maybe we'll give you some extra time. Maybe by the next stream you could say you watched it and we could chat about that. I've never seen it either, so we could both make that our mission. Uh-oh. No! I'm lagged. I don't see anything.
Hold up. No, pause it.
I'm done. I don't even know if you can hear me.
No, no, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, hey, you paused it for me. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Okay, so are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, let me open up Streamlabs real quick.
Oh, do you like Huey Lewis in the News? Is a famous quote from the movie. Cool.
All right, is everything good?
Yep, great.
All right. Yeah, if you just hit any type of lag, just tell me.
Thanks.
Oh, now you give me the blues. I see how it is.
You got the blues. It's quite a combo right there. I think you got the better of me this time.
Baraka wins.
Which Mortal Kombat character selection music is your favorite? Oh, probably one or two.
Yeah, one is really, really iconic. Deception has a really good one. See, that was stuff that me and Stat used to talk about is, which one we liked. There's a lot of good ones. Mortal Kombat has some amazing, music. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Levitates.
Oh, that... Okay, I might need to pick... Ermac then.
It's better than Baraka's Edger,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely. Holy crap. That's,
I mean, and you're so low to the ground that like that Edger is almost useless at this level, you know?
yeah. That's why I haven't used it yet. There we go.
But if you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you saw I was like counting down like that?
Yeah. I didn't know that it does that. I guess that's how they balance everything out.
You have to. You know, but also, if you're gonna be Baraka, you can, that changes your strategy, because you can just put all your useless pieces all the way on the edges, knowing that you'll be able to erase them later.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, shit.
I did something stupid there. Alright, dude, who owned the old MK CD, dude? Grabbing face like Kenshi. Dude, my child... I have like 10 different CDs at least. I've got like the MK1 and MK2 soundtrack. I've got the movie soundtrack. I've got the album. I've got the score. I've got the Annihilation soundtrack. I've got more Kombat. Like I got a crazy amount of Mortal Kombat CDs. Like when someone says the old MK CD, I'm like, which one? My collection is huge for that. Well, let's do one more, and then we should play like regular versus mode after this, right?
Yeah.
Fight.
Oh, shit.
I was almost a goner there for a second. I really lucked out. But I think my luck is about to run out. Yeah, you got this one. The Sub-Zero song is my favorite. Chinese Ninja Warrior. I agree, that is a badass song.
If Hydra ever does make it in a future Mortal Kombat game, would you want him to be in regular Ninja or Cyborg Ninja?
I think I'd want him to have variations, you know, and I think we're at the point now in Mortal Kombat that we can do that. We can just say, hey, look, here he is, he's both. What about you?
See, I used to remember his story a whole bunch, but now I can't remember shit, but, I think I'd want him to be a robot.
Because he was a human in the Malibu comics, and he's been a robot in the Mugen game, and also in MK Legacy.
Yeah.
He's one of those characters, he's never quite made it official, but look how close he is.
Holy shit, okay.
Freeze.
Wow, man, you nailed it. For the MK movie universe, the Great Kung Lao was Liu Kang's ancestor, but modern Kung Lao never has his own movie and isn't mentioned, but the Great Kung Lao wore modern Kung Lao's attire. Yeah, when you look at MK Conquest, it's true. 100% right.
Alright. Actually, do you think we have enough coins to buy some of the characters?
No.
Okay.
Sub-Zero.
No, because I think you only played through arcade game like once, and then I don't think we got any coins from doing puzzle combat.
Okay, yeah.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, god damn it. Hold up.
I know, I was being a little cheap that time.
No, that's fine. It's a fighting game. Do you prefer Batman or Scorpion?
Flawless victory.
At least he kills people. What the Hellfire? Okay.
Fight.
Oh god. Oh god. Yep.
Yeah, the death traps make it ridiculous. When you're Sub-Zero and there's death traps, it's like... pfft. The second you freeze somebody, it's almost over, you know?
Wins.
Alright, I'm not going to pick Sub-Zero again. That's...
No, that's fine, man.
But, you know, in honor of Luke Perry, I thought pay tribute to his character, you know?
Soundtracked album by the Immortals, released May 31st, 1994. Must own for shizzle.
I used to own it on cassette, too, before I got it on CD.
Fight.
Need Havoc. Oh, yeah, I think we'd have to unlock him, wouldn't we?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, mother...
Baraka wins.
What's your favorite guest star in MK and Injustice games? Hands
Hands down the Ninja Turtles. If we're talking all of NetherRealm games, then Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Since I am a huge fan of them.
You know what? I was gonna say I'm not really a fan of any of the gets, but yeah, Ninja Turtles I have to make an exception for. 100% right.
I mean, Jared.
Dude, they fit so well.
Fight.
Oh.
Scorpion wins.
TMNT. Yeah, and then the other guy says he likes Hellboy. Like, yeah, I can see Hellboy. You know, they're appropriate. I think if they do guests, I wouldn't mind seeing a guest from an actual fighting game, you know?
I said Doom Guy Day Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Because
Like the first guest was Kratos. Like, I could... That seems a little bit...
it's a hack
I-
and slash, so I mean...
I can feel it, you know? I never really was a big fan of God of War, but I get it.
Nice.
You like the 3D air announcer, right? What about Funko Pops? Do you have any Funko Pops?
No, I was thinking about owning a couple, and I'm thinking about...
They're very,
two
they're
of them.
insanely popular, man.
Oh
They
yeah,
really
I
are.
know. I have a BoJack Horseman Funko Pop figure.
Oh, okay, there you go. God, I see them at the store all the time. I see the Mortal Kombat ones. I see
Oh, I don't.
like
we don't have
South
any
Park.
like that.
I see like the South Park ones. I just see like every property ever. It's like, damn it, I gotta get them all.
Akuma from Street Fighter. See, that's my main on Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 7, not any other one. Just
Ashra.
You think they'll ever put Chameleon in a future Mortal Kombat game? Like how he was, but in Trilogy, where he randomly switches to other male ninjas. I don't think so, man. I think those days are done. I think that works in a 2D game, and I don't think that really works in a 3D game. I just feel like the mechanics are so different. The programming is so different that that doesn't really work.
Fight.
Oh, you think you got this one? Oh, nice. Programmer of video games tested out the falling cliff stage. If both characters fall, if their health is up or low, one character still wins by default, even if they both fall off. Huh. He just tested out MK Deception as we were doing this. Isn't that cool? Ah, good job, buddy.
Oh yeah, I forgot what it is. God damn it, I need to pee again.
All right, go ahead. Alicio says yes, but I think they will be bringing Chameleon back as original female. Remember that in MK Trilogy for N64, Chameleon was a female, and in MK Trilogy for the other systems, she was male. So, you know, they're both sort of the original. They were out at the same time. If Onaga were to return to the newer games, would you like him to be a boss or not? Well, yeah, I think he should be a boss. I mean, you can't have Onaga not... I mean, if he's going to be rolling out again, he's got to be a boss, for sure. Absolutely.
Sorry about that, people. It's because I'm drinking so much water, it's not even funny.
That's all right. Alicia says, my favorite DLC character is Spawn, but he's pretty sure he will be. Then he says, obviously trolling. Yeah, but except you might not be trolling, because he might actually be in there. The Hot Topic exclusive Funko Pop MK is the alternate costume of Scorpion. Yeah, with the flaming head.
Yeah,
It's pretty badass.
Round one. Fight.
Oh.
Wins. Round two. Fight.
Alicio says, I'm a terrible liar. Alicio, there are no terrible liars, only terrible people. Which version of Dark Raiden is more sinister? Deception, Armageddon Dark Raiden, or Corrupted Raiden from MKX? They both are, man. Look, Dark Raiden kills Shujinko in this timeline, and he like decapitates Shinnok in the new one. He's a force to be reckoned with. You don't want to mess with Dark Raiden in any timeline.
let's do it. You know what? I'll play as Cobra. He's one of those characters I wish would be reworked, especially with the comics, with them doing a...
Round one.
Alright,
Fight.
there we go. Can you move?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Wins.
I'm a terrible man, drinking some great beer, chatting with some good dudes. Hey, no problem. No problem, man. That's what we're here for. I hope you're drinking the Mortal Kombat beer at least. Nice. Cobra is dead in the new timeline, killed by Aaron Black.
Yeah.
Not that death ever stops anybody from returning, though. Ah. What future MK characters would you like Funko to make as Pops? Damashi. Damashi. I would like to see them make a fun pop of Damashi.
Well, let's see. They made Katana, Liu Kang, Goro, Raiden, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion.
Sub-Zero.
I'm not sure.
Maybe Nightwolf would be cool. I'd like
love to see Nightwolf.
Yeah.
Round one. Fight.
I can finish that combo offline. I'm having trouble right now, though. There it is.
Damn it.
Double freeze. Back down, forward down, square. Oh well.
Maybe 5 more minutes of fighting.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot that they have the fatality fighting style here, so that you don't move. I'll have to give that a shot. I have to remember to use that this time. I love this stage. Oops. They should make a character of Liu Kang and Katana's child. No one steal my idea. I don't know if you can claim that as your own idea. 2 people having a kid. I don't know if you can copyright that one, buddy. Finally, we get to the good part of the stage. Dude.
Oh God.
Oh, yep. You got it bad that time.
Fatality.
In the old timeline, Shang Tsung's island crumbles to dust, and Goro is presumed missing, yet the island is still intact in MK9, and Goro shows up at Khan's tournament in the new timeline. Okay, so, programmer of video games. Last time I recommended a video to you, I know you went and saw it, because I saw you left a comment on it. And I appreciate that, buddy. I meant to give you a shout-out for that. I actually made a video also about this very topic, about Shang Tsung's island. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I made a video. It's just called Let's Visit Shang Tsung's Island. Let me see if I can throw a link in the chat real quick. Okay, well, don't watch this now, obviously, but when the chat's over, you should pull up this video. Okay, sorry about that. I'm ready to play.
Alrighty. Yeah, maybe 2 more fights, because we're running up to 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, this map. Holy shit, okay.
Time flies when you're having fun. Hey, you're welcome. Dude, I really like this because whenever programmer of video games brings up a topic, it's always something that I'm interested in, and I've got a lot to say about it. It's like, oh, dude, I could talk all day about Shang Tsung's Island, you know? Like, even some of the most hardcore MK fans might not want to go into it that deep. But I will. Oh, I can't believe I fell for that.
Oh dear God.
That's what happens, man. Would I like it if they put in Johnny Cage's non-canon brother from Federation of Martial Arts? You mean Jimmy Cage? No, thank you. Survived combatants, you're probably like, who the hell is Jimmy Cage?
I've never
What is
noticed.
this? Back in the day, MortalKombat.com had, hang on, I'll tell you in a minute. Up, forward, down, back, X. Okay, I messed up. Back in the day, there was this thing called Federation of Martial Arts, and it was MortalKombat.com had these online web videos that they would have these like really poorly made fights, and players could like bet on who was gonna win and stuff. And since Johnny Cage was already dead, they had his brother Jimmy Cage act as a stand-in for him.
Baraka. There we go.
Baraka.
Round 1. Fight.
Flawless victory? Dude, I can't believe you're gonna take that from me.
Uh-huh.
Fight.
My eyes. My eyes. Up, forward, down, back. Oops, I hit square. Chronica might be playable in the game. They say she isn't, but she just might. I trust them when they say she's not.
No, there's been multiple developers that said that I even think Ed Boon said that she wasn't playable.
Yep.
Melina.
Imagine cybernetic Tarkatans.
Yeah, I could imagine that. Just imagine the Takunin taking them over. Well, try to imagine like Jax's fatality in MK3, you know, where his metal arms turn into like Tarkatan blades for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah, cybernetic Tarkatans could totally work. There's precedent, moves-wise. There we go.
I always thought this was pretty cool.
Pretty badass, man.
Melina wins. Fatality.
Alrighty. Wow, it's already 2:25, so
Last one.
yeah, fuck it.
One more. Okay.
Scorpion. Sub-Zero.
I have to admit, that fatality style, just to make sure you don't move, that's growing on me.
Round one. Fight.
Just some of the shit that they say.
Yeah. If you, Sub-Zero, freeze the other fighter again after they're frozen the first time, Sub-Zero will freeze himself. That's true. In fact, in the first game when you did that, they would flash a message on the screen calling it double ice backfire. Oh, nice.
Shit.
You son of a bitch. What a great way to end the match, though. What a great way to end the stream.
But yeah, post that link to the to that video again.
Oh, okay. This is about Shang Tsung's island.
And then
Yeah, like, don't watch it now, obviously, but as soon as we leave, like, go ahead and check it out or save it for tomorrow or whatever. I really hope you guys enjoy it. If anyone goes and watches it, it's about Shang Tsung's island. I think some of you probably know my channel a little bit, some of you don't. Some of you are more from Survived Combatants, and that's cool. But give it a shot, you know, whenever you can. In the meantime, do you have any parting notes that you want to say about Deception?
This is one of my favorite 3D air games. Actually, this is my favorite 3D air game. The next one we will be playing is, of course, Shaolin Monks. We'll be using Parsec, so a lot of the stuff that you know, we'll be playing his. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun next week.
Dude, it's gonna be great. I've really been enjoying doing this with you ever since you introduced me to Parsec and we've been able to play online. I just think this has been the coolest thing. I've always enjoyed these streams, but you added a new element to it with this, and this is getting really cool now.
Yeah, and now we're able to play, you know, using quote unquote split screen. So that's really fun. So next week, of course, is Shallow Monks, and then the one after that, we'll be playing some Armageddon, which, if you guys don't know, just like how we did Puzzle Combat. Oh, almost dropped my mic. Motor Combat, which is probably one of my favorite game modes of all time. What about a video about all the Mortal Kombat character cameos in other video game series?
God, I've been thinking about doing that too, because I know them off the top of my head. There's Judge Dredd, there's The Grid, there's NBA Jam, there's
Unreal
MLB
Tournament.
Slugfest. Yep, and which I have that on the original Xbox. I like all these video suggestions that I'm seeing. Like, oh man, I've thought about doing that. I thought about doing the lost games or the canceled games. I thought about doing one with the cameos. Man, just really good ideas. I have like a lot of video ideas running around in my head. I do want to do stuff like that. My next one, I haven't told anybody about it yet, but I'm going to try and do one about the timing of Shinnok's invasion versus Shao Kahn's invasion, like in the old timeline. I guess, you know, in the distant past, so it applies to both timelines. Man, just so many good potential discussions for Mortal Kombat that I think all the fans could get behind. But yeah, like whatever you guys want. If I have a lot of these ideas already, so whatever you guys suggest, I'm already like kind of on board for this, you know. Nate Lore says, "Do you know the bizarrely funny YouTube channel?" Yeah, we chat sometimes. We do. But look, every week, Survived Combatants and I have been getting together and playing a classic Mortal Kombat game and sort of revisiting it and discussing it like one at a time. So we did MK1, we did MK2, we did MK3, MK4, Deadly Alliance, even Mythologies and Special Forces. And so this week we did Deception. Next week we're on board to do Armageddon. It'll be the same day, Monday. So join us back here again for that. Make sure you subscribe to Survived Combatants and hit that notification bell so you know when he's going live. Make sure you do the same thing for me too, for Tabmok 99. Make sure you subscribe to both of us. So, because I do live stream sometimes too, and you want to know whenever I drop a new video.
Yeah.
Want to drop before we wrap this up?
Yeah, there's a, if you guys are interested, and if you don't care about spoilers and, about Mortal Kombat 11's roster, because this is kind of like what everything is based on. Here's a, about 2.5-hour live stream of, me and, a couple buddies from the Infinite Ammo Syndicate talking about, Mortal Kombat 11, especially me and, Brandon from IAS. So we've had a lot of fun talking about it. We even talked about it some more after the live stream. So so yeah, just it was absolute fun doing that live stream. And overall, it's I'm excited. I'm excited because actually I think we have one extra week where we have it free, so we could most likely do another rerun of Mythologies, and I can do the Fatality.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever played all the way through Mythologies yet? Have you made it to the end of the game?
No.
Oh, you have to. It's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, I definitely will play. I think I'll actually do a poll about what games we should be able to play, because I think we have, what is it, Tournament Edition?
For Game Boy.
We also had Unchained, of course. Crap, I forgot what other games we had on the back burner that we were gonna do after, but I recounted last week. We actually have one more week until Mortal Kombat 11, so we do have a week free. I'll probably do a poll about what game you want to see us do. So
okay, awesome. I'll look out for that poll. Make sure you let me know when you do it, and I'll retweet it to my followers as well.
It'll probably be done next week. So yeah, I do want to thank you all for watching. I mean, this has just been amazingly just this has been an amazing series. I can't believe ever, like, this is way better rebranded than what I used to do talking about Combat Pack 2 news. So
this is a lot of fun to just go back and revisit the classics, and you know, with fans like me who've been a fan since the very beginning, and even fans like you, I think you've been since the original 2D days, right? With
trilogy, but I mostly was 3D era.
Dude, that's really awesome. Well, thank you for having me on and doing this. This has really been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully you guys do stay here next week. I'm always grateful that you guys are here, actually participating in the live streams. It does mean a lot. But we will end the stream right over here. So thank you all.
And you've all been a great audience. I just wanted to stress that was great. So awesome job, everybody in the chat.
Thank you all for watching, and goodbye, my fellow combatants.